Hi guys, I hope you had a wonderful, sexy Valentine's Day. I am back again. I know you were all foaming at the mouth to see me. And I have my notes. I got a new journal, and I'm just gonna get straight into it. So, the title of this video is You Have to Want to Heal. And that's absolutely true. I'm gonna tell you why you have to want to heal, and also give you an analogy that I thought was just perfect for explaining the nature of OCD. So the first bullet point I have written down is you have to want accepting the uncertainty more than you want the reassurance. So I want you guys to really get that in your head. You have to want accepting the uncertainty. You have to want diving into that sort of, I guess you could call it a void, because you don't really know what you're getting into, more than you want the comfort of the reassurance and the comfort of the compulsions. Okay? And the second one I wrote is you have to make sure your life isn't any different during this process. Now that you've committed yourself to the healing, committing yourself to getting rid of your OCD, you have to make sure your life is just the same as it was before the HOCD hit. A lot of people say that a lot of people come to me and tell me that their lives are drastically different, that they don't have a social life now, that they've stopped dating, that they've stopped having fun altogether. And I want to say that that is really hindering your OCD healing journey. So you cannot let OCD drive the bus. That's true. If you used to socialize before with friends and family, you have to continue that. If you don't feel like it, even if you don't what's that even right? Even if you don't feel like it, even if you're struggling with intrusive thoughts, even if you're isolating, you must carry on. If your social needs aren't getting met, it's going to feel like OCD is managing you rather than you are managing it. Second thing is accepting that ruminating is not getting you anywhere. I think this was the biggest one I struggled with, because I always thought okay, my thoughts got me into this. My thoughts can get me out. That's not true. You're dumb for thinking that. So it doesn't work that way, if you're wondering. I wrote down here just a little side note. As I'm studying neuroscience, I realized that mental illness, that OCD in general, that depression, all of this they're major malfunctions and misfires in the brain. And not a lot of people give themselves grace. They think that it's just something that happened to them, and really it's just something that's happening in your brain. Especially in the reward center, they talk about that a lot with OCD, which I'll explain in another video. But yeah, it's definitely a big malfunction. If you can think about it that way, just emotionally detach and think, yeah, this is just one big malfunction in my brain. To put it simply, your brain is something is not firing and wiring correctly. I just said that. ERP will rewire your brain. It's one of the ways to rewire your brain. So, here's where I get to the analogy. Imagine there is a tiny little kitten prancing behind you. A normal person that is mentally healthy would think, that's so cute, that's not threatening at all. Who cares? Who cares about that little kitten? It's not doing anything wrong. Whereas a person that is mentally ill, a person with OCD, will look at that kitten and perceive that kitten to be a tiger, and not just a normal tiger. A tiger that is chasing you. The more you look behind you, it just keeps chasing you, getting closer and closer, and bigger. So it's getting more and more threatening. All you can think about now is getting that tiger off your back. This is exactly how the OCD brain perceives an intrusive thought. It starts out as a kitten, and now it's a tiger. Now it's your full-blown theme of OCD, whatever your theme is. I'm covering HOCD in this topic. So now you've gone to, oh, what if I'm this sexuality, to, oh, I am, and I must prove to myself that I am not, because that would mean that my entire world is crashing down and I'm not who I think I am, and all this ego dystonic stuff comes in and it rules your life pretty much. So this is exactly how thoughts turn into themes. If you want to heal bad enough, maybe you can even accept that the kitten grew into a tiger. Just accept it. It grew into a tiger. Now we're here. It used to be a tiny little cute kitten. Now it's a full-blown wild animal, and you can't control it. That's what I love about this analogy most is because it's so accurate. You're not gonna want to hug that tiger. I feel like a lot of people think with OCD that accepting the uncertainty is accepting that you are what you fear. That's not it at all, because if that was the case, that tiger would kill you. And you guys know that. If that was the case, you would want to kill yourself. So that's not what we're doing here. We're not turning around and just being like, okay, I'm gonna hug the tiger. That would be so stupid. So what it is you accept it's chasing you. You accept it's following you. You accept it's even on your back. It's even on top of you, right? And you let it be there because at the end of the day, it's just a kitten that you overfed. Okay?